You motherfuckers. What's going on, y'all? We back. I know I'm late on my serious topic. I missed last week, but we back for this next one. Let me go ahead. I'm going to check my YouTube channel real quick. Okay, Hawaiian Gamer 808. Here's your shout out. You picked a good topic, and you said you want me to talk about grades and, risk of failing classes and, what you can do. But, anyway, man, I'm going to tell you straight up like this. You know, being smart, it's not enough to be smart. Why? Regardless of the way I look and the way I talk, people get the misconception that I'm ghetto or whatever. People say a lot of negative stuff. On the comment section, if it's too rough on me, I usually just remove it. The PMs, I get those a lot, but a lot of it is just because people don't know. And because, basically when I do my YouTube videos, I act the way I act when I'm with my friends, man. So when there's no reason for me to try to act a certain way, the way that I don't act when I'm around my friends. This is what I call just chilling. So when I do my commentaries, I make it like I'm chilling with my friends. And if y'all can relate to that, then you have the right channel. And a lot of y'all can. A lot of people can't. But I can't appeal to everybody. But anyway, so like I said, I went off on a tangent, but um I was in advanced courses. I ended up taking an IQ test when I was in fourth grade. I didn't know what was going on. I had to meet with a psychiatrist in school or a therapist, and she asked me a whole bunch of questions. She asked me to do all these problems and stuff. And the next thing I know, every Wednesday they were sending me to like another school to be around and take classes with other kids from around other schools around the city. And it was a lot of stuff that I ended up learning in those classes that I ended up redoing in high school. So we were doing stuff a lot earlier than other people. But on that note, it's not enough to be smart, because I'm gonna tell you a couple things that happened with me. Before I get there, I'm trying to explain why I'm saying it's not enough to be smart. Being smart is nothing but potential. You know what I mean? Just like you might be a basketball player. You might have potential to be good, but if you don't work, you don't practice, you don't learn the plays and the defenses, you don't watch film. That's with any sport. Once you get to a certain level, you're not going to be as good as you could be because you weren't putting the work in. You can't make it anywhere in life based off potential or talent. So being smart is a trait. It's a talent. It is not anything more than that. You just have an easier time picking up things that other people do. But, just you having that means you still have to put effort in to even get there to learn or pick up things. You got the smart people who are lazy. And a lot of smart people are lazy because they think they don't have to do things or work as hard as people that aren't so smart. Not that other people are dumb, but you're gifted. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to hype myself up. I'm being honest because I didn't have the work ethic I should have had with the potential I had. And I didn't, really pick up on that until after high school. If I could go back, I would have, I wouldn't have put myself behind in life like I did. But everything's working out for me now, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing so much better. School is a breeze, bottom line. But let's go ahead and get on to what I'm saying. You got your smart person that works very hard. You got your smart person that people don't realize is smart because he's too goofy and he never does anything. That's me. You got the person that's not smart, that's not dumb, but they work extra hard and they get very good grades, okay? Those people are the people that get more respect than the person that's smart. Why? Because they work hard. Being smart, like I said, is a trait, but working hard is something that everybody needs to do, regardless. You'll get farther in life working hard than you will just being smart and trying to go off of just your potential. That's just in general. So you have to make sure you're working hard. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a therapist or anything like that, but we all been through the same stuff. Man, y'all can relate to what I do. We've been through a lot of the same things, and we like a lot of the same stuff. So I feel like I might be able to just give y'all some words of advice. But at the end of the day, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do, because that's what I did. You get people that lecture you all day, or they tell you stuff, and right there it might mean something to you, but once you get around your friends and around all the people you sit around, you're not going to be thinking about that. It goes in one ear and come out the other. But me, I had a lot of stuff going on outside of school, at home, dealing with, you know, I don't really want to get into that. I don't want to get too personal with that, but I had a lot of stuff going on at home, and that affected the way I felt about doing things and school. So like I didn't even want to be home a lot of the time. So I had picked up a job, so I would go to school. I would get out of school, and then I would go to work till like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Go home, stay up for about 2 hours, play some video games. I might do some work depending on the class, and then I would go to bed and just repeat the same thing Monday to Friday. The weekends, I pretty much stayed home. Just, like I said, because I had a lot of stuff going on, that really affected me. These teachers don't understand that stuff. And just people in general act like they've never been kids before and they haven't been where you are, and that, that there's not an excuse to not do so well. So long story short, I wasn't doing well in school, regardless of me being in the advanced courses or whatever. I just didn't have the drive that I should have had because I didn't have people to talk to, to do work. So, I was risking not necessarily failing classes, but, getting very bad grades in classes that are a piece of cake. And then, with a lot of stuff that was going on, I was held to a higher standard than, let's say my sister or other members of my family for whatever reason. So when I would do well, I wouldn't get nobody would say anything good to me, to keep me on track. Some people don't need that motivation from a parent to say good job or whatever, or they're proud. But, a lot of people do. And I needed that, and I wasn't getting that, to be honest with you. So when I was doing well, getting 3.5s, all that all through middle school, elementary school, the first couple semesters of ninth grade, I wasn't getting that. And, there was a lot of stuff going on at home. So I really went down as far as my grades go for, a year or two, really, because I just wasn't getting that. When my brother or my sister would do well, it was a celebration. But me, it wasn't, I know my mom didn't do that intentionally, but, every parent looks at their kid a certain way. They love their kids equally, but you can't treat all your kids the same because all your kids are different. They have different needs. So I guess she felt like they needed more praise than I did. So I wasn't really getting a whole lot, and I didn't really have a good relationship with my dad. So, I just didn't really have, like I said, that praise to keep me on task. But, when it comes to dealing with failing and, how to try to get past that, what you basically want to do is people are just scared to ask questions in general. How many times have you been sitting in the class and you look at the teacher and the teacher's talking, right? You looking at the teacher, you have no idea what the teacher's talking about. You have a couple questions that may be good questions, but you don't want to look stupid. And you're looking at the other people in the room. Nobody's paying attention. Half the people in the class look like they don't know what's going on, but nobody raises their hand when the teacher says, "Is there any questions?" That is a problem in school in general. People are scared to ask for help because they think they're going to look stupid or whatever, So what you need to put yourself in a position to be successful by asking questions. Because the question you might want to ask, 10 other people in the class might want to ask the same question, but nobody has enough courage to raise their hand. Tutoring, if you can find a friend, a personal friend that that's good with whatever you're having problems with, it's better to go to them than try to get a tutor provided by the school, because those people most likely will just do your assignment for you instead of helping you. Really, basically the way to stay on top of your grades is to just do the assignments that they give you. We all heard it a million times, and you're going to hear that forever, but it's the truth. I mean, that's the bottom line. Really, once like if you're like me and you're a procrastinator, I'm the type of person that I'll get an assignment I've had 6 weeks to do and wait till let's say I wait till the day before or the morning before, no more than 2 days before, to get started on my assignment. I'll get the assignment in, but I'm just a procrastinator. And, sometimes when you're a procrastinator and you try to cram all those assignments into one session, you get burnt out and you just kind of just say forget it, and you just take a 0 or you take that loss on your grade. You can't do that sometimes. So if you're a procrastinator, what you need to do is you need to work. You don't have to do all your work at one time, but you need to set a time window for yourself when you're going to do your assignments. So, maybe give yourself an hour and a half every day. That's nothing, man. You go to school from like 7 to 3. if you don't work, you got all day to do your assignments. You can do your assignments. You can watch your favorite show. You can do your assignments during commercials. You can read your English assignments, like your books, during commercials. Or you can do stuff like that. You need to go to a room. I figured out the best thing for me, because I get distracted very easily, was to go to a library. Or go to a quiet room in my house where there was no distractions. No computer, no video games, and no TV. And I will work for an hour and a half. I will put my iPod on, or my MP3 player, or my phone, and just do my work that way. That'll help you a lot. I mean, these are all things that'll help you get your grades up if you're having problems. Talk to your parents. Let your parents know what's going on. Parents, you might have parents that are understanding, but you might have parents that don't want to hear excuses. The reason I'm saying to do this is because, let's be honest and think about it. Now, this does happen from time to time, but more often than not, it doesn't happen. Some people just cannot do well in the class at all, and they're going to fail the course. But if you think about it, how many of those people actually turn in every classwork, every homework, and actually complete every test and still fail the course? You don't see that too often. Most of the time, it's people that are missing assignments because maybe they don't know how to do them. They're not asking for help. And in turn, if you can't do your homework assignments, when you get the test, you have no chance. You understand what I'm saying? The homework and the classwork prepare you for the test. And tests are nothing but memorization. Doesn't mean you're smart. Doesn't mean anything, actually. Some people are very smart, but they're not good test takers, and they don't have great memorization when it comes down to being, at a time where they need to do something. You understand what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean anything, but you definitely want to make sure you stay on top of that. If you don't remember anything else from this commentary, I want y'all to remember two things. One, nobody got where they are without asking for help, without getting help. You know what I'm saying? And by being stubborn or afraid to ask questions. And second, opportunities don't come around for everybody all the time. So a lot of kids have stuff just handed to them. You see those people in school every day, and they might be popular. But the thing is, once they get out and they get on their own, it's not going to come so easy to them because they've been handed shit their whole life. So it's better for y'all to go through the struggles of trying to, do well in school now, or just in general, so that when you do, when things do end up, or they turn in your favor, or you begin to be successful, you enjoy it more because you struggled before, and you know how it is to have to grind through stuff, and and it's not so easy. But that you have to reach out to people and let people know that you're having issues. If you don't know something, it's not just going to come to you. You ever get a test, right? Like a 3-page test, and you sitting up there and you're just staring at the questions because you have no idea, and you're thinking to yourself that the answer is going to come to you. They're never going to come to you. You're just going to sit there looking stupid. That's the same exact thing when it comes to you asking for help to try to get your grades up. So a couple things you can do, like I said: reach out, ask questions, stay on top of your work. Monday to Friday, set a time window where you go to a quiet place and do your assignments. Bottom line. Weekends, do whatever the hell you want. If you work hard Monday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday, you can do whatever you want to do, or you can even use that as time to get started on the next assignment early so that you have even more time to do what you're doing. Don't be so hard on yourself if you're not doing so well in your classes, because the harder you're on yourself, then the more pressure you're going to feel from people who are also being hard on you. You know what I mean? So if I'm already being hard on myself, that's not the type of personality I have. When somebody else says something to me, it's just going to co-sign what I said, and I'm just going to take it harder on myself because I just know that I could be doing much better. But and try not to do what I did and depend on people for motivation to try to do your work. Because at the end of the day, like I said before, you and your friends in high school, y'all all in the middle, but y'all all standing on the same line. The line, y'all gonna get divided amongst that line. Some people going to the left, that's the bad side. Some people are going to the right. You want to put yourself on the right side, because what's going to happen is y'all going to be like me, and then when you're about 19 or 20, you're going to be like, damn, I wish I'd have did better, and then you're going to be playing catch up. Catch up is never good to play. So remember that. Like I said, I'm not a therapist, but I can try to just tell y'all from my own personal experiences what can possibly happen. So, just keep up on what I said, man. If you need help, ask for help. Raise your hand. Get a friend that you know is good with that subject and see what's going on with him. But overall, man, the classes for me, at least, are easy as long as I read what they assigned and I, paid attention. You know what I'm saying? Some teachers just suck. And then you got the classes that you are lucky, to even get a C in. Or not lucky, but you're not getting an A. We all go through those classes, but those classes, man, they come and go. Every once in a while you get a course, it's like, damn, I'm not gonna get a good grade in this class. But if you work hard enough, man, you can at least get yourself, a low B or a C. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta take one of those grades, to be honest with you. But really, key is stay on top of what you're given. If you're a procrastinator, you need to really focus on just making time for yourself to do the assignments. You know what I'm saying? And then, getting free time. Because once you get in college, you get a lot more free time than you do in high school. So it's a lot easier to miss your assignments because you got even more free time than you did in high school. So you want to get out of that habit. And like I said, set up schedules for when you're going to work. So now, like me, if I got stuff I need to do, I schedule, some time to set aside for myself. And like now I go to a gym, so I have to leave here to go there. If I had all this workout equipment at my house, would I probably be working out like I'm supposed to? No. That's why like leaving your home to do some of your stuff is better sometimes. But I mean, really, that's it. If I didn't really get detailed enough, then y'all let me know and I can try to elaborate on that. And I'm out of here, y'all. All right, y'all.